Have you ever walked through life with an unshakable, almost primal feeling that you've carried something different, something unique, right from the moment you drew your first breath? Perhaps it's a subtle energy that seems to shadow your steps, a quiet whisper guiding your choices, or an invisible current influencing the very path unfolding before you, even if you can't quite pinpoint its origin or understand its mysterious ways. Well, take a deep breath and know this: that persistent, intuitive nudge might be far more than just a fleeting fancy or a trick of the mind. Imagine for a moment that this feeling, this intrinsic sense of being accompanied by an unseen force, is actually a profound truth, a secret key to understanding your deepest self. What if I told you that a single, often overlooked detail from your birth holds the power to unlock this mystery, revealing not just who you are, but why you're here? Prepare yourself, because we're about to delve into an ancient wisdom that could change the way you see your entire existence, explaining those inexplicable patterns, those recurring feelings, and that undeniable sense that you are on a journey with a purpose far greater than you've ever imagined. Don't you dare miss out on discovering the code that has been shaping your life all along. According to the rich tapestry of Buddhist philosophy, that seemingly random last digit of your birth year is anything but arbitrary. Think of it not as a mere number, but as a sacred seal, a spiritual marker deeply imprinted upon your soul. This single digit is believed to hold profound revelations about the very essence of your being, the intricate threads of your karma woven through lifetimes, and the unique, vital mission you were destined to fulfill in this current incarnation. It's truly striking how this one numerical key can unlock explanations for so much of what you've experienced up until this very moment. Ever wondered why certain situations seem to replay themselves in your life like a familiar, sometimes frustrating movie, or why you consistently attract specific types of people almost as if drawn by an invisible magnet? Perhaps you've pondered why some areas of your life flow with an effortless grace, while others feel perpetually stuck, like wading through thick mud. Buddhist wisdom teaches us that this birth year digit represents the core vibration that defines your entire journey. It's a reflection of the crucial lessons your soul came here to integrate, the specific challenges you are designed to overcome, and the beautiful virtues you already carry, polished and refined from past lives. This isn't about a superficial horoscope reading. This is an invitation to a profound awakening, a revelation that can illuminate the path ahead. Because when you truly grasp the energy that has been your constant companion since birth, everything, and I mean everything, begins to fall into place, and life, in its truest sense, can finally begin to align with your deepest purpose. Now, you might find yourself pondering, how can a simple number possibly reveal so much about the complex tapestry of me? And that, my friend, is where the most fascinating layer of this ancient wisdom begins to unfold. Within Buddhist philosophy, numbers transcend their everyday role as mere tools for counting objects or measuring the passage of time. They are perceived as living vibrations, potent symbols imbued with a specific dynamic energy. Each number carries a kind of spiritual signature, a unique frequency that, when understood, can unravel the mysteries of why you feel what you feel, why you attract the people and circumstances you do, and even why certain experiences seem to repeatedly find their way to your doorstep and not to others. For centuries, Buddhist monks have held the belief that each number possesses the power to open portals. Now, these aren't the mystical, fictional gateways you might see in movies, but rather internal portals, profound gateways to parts of your own consciousness that may have been lying dormant, waiting for the right key to awaken them. Every number, from 0 through 9, is intricately connected to a distinct aspect of our being, our innate personality traits, the arc of our destiny, the deep calling of our purpose, the essential life lessons we're here to master, old traumas that may still echo within us, and even the karmic cycles that we might be unconsciously repeating, lifetime after lifetime. And all of this incredibly rich and resonant vibration, is subtly hidden within that single final digit of your birth year. The most incredible part: You've carried this numerical signature with you, always, from your very first cry, your first tentative step into the world. Even without consciously knowing it, you were born with this energetic mark, and it has been an unseen architect in your decisions, your deepest fears, your most cherished dreams, and the intricate dance of your relationships. Every single experience you've lived through, big or small, carries a fragment of this number's potent energy. And now, by understanding what it truly represents, you'll finally be able to give a name to feelings that were once just vague, indefinable sensations, bringing clarity and profound self-awareness. Before we embark on the journey of revealing the specific meaning of each sacred number, there's something incredibly important I need to share with you, especially if you're one of those wonderfully curious, observant souls who delights in understanding the intricate connections that weave through life. As we explore these numerical energies, I encourage you not to limit your focus solely to your own number. Instead, broaden your perspective and consider the last birth year digits of the people who are closest to you, your partner, your children, your parents, your grandparents, and your most cherished friends. You will likely be astonished by the insights you uncover. When you begin to understand the vibrational signature of those you love, the very fabric of your relationships can transform. You'll start to comprehend behaviors, recurring patterns, and even persistent challenges that you might have previously dismissed as just their personality. You'll see that these traits are often deeply intertwined with that individual soul's unique mission and the lessons they are here to learn. Frequently, you'll discover a beautiful, almost uncanny alignment between your numbers and theirs, realizing that it's no mere coincidence that your paths crossed. There's often something much bigger, a more profound cosmic design connecting you all. When you glimpse this invisible web of energetic interplay, the dynamics of your relationships begin to make so much more sense, fostering deeper empathy and understanding. So, by all means, watch and learn for yourself, but if you can, also observe with the eyes of understanding for those you hold dear. This knowledge has the power to transform not only your own life, but also the way you nurture and cherish your most important bonds, creating a ripple effect of healing and connection. The number 0 often stands as the most profoundly misunderstood digit of them all. Many people instinctively perceive it as representing nothingness, a void, an absence of substance. However, from the rich spiritual vantage point of Buddhist philosophy, 0 is the very antithesis of that perception. 0 is, in fact, everything. It is the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end, existing simultaneously within its perfect, unbroken form. It represents the complete cycle, the sacred, fertile space from which absolutely anything can be born, precisely because within the realm of 0, nothing is rigidly fixed. Everything is in a constant state of flux and transformation. If the final digit of your birth year is 0, you are a carrier of a deeply potent energy of rebirth, of cyclical renewal, and of profound reconstruction. This inherent energetic signature can explain a great deal about the way your life tends to unfold, often characterized by major phases of transition. It's as if, at every significant juncture or milestone in your life, something essential needs to metaphorically die or be released to make space for another, newer part of you or your reality to be born. You may have experienced radical shifts in your career, moved to entirely new cities, navigated transformative changes in relationships, or undergone profound evolutions in your ways of thinking. To an outside observer, this might sometimes appear as instability or a lack of direction, but deep within your soul, a clear voice is saying, "This chapter no longer serves my growth. It's time for something new, something more aligned." This constant reinvention, while sometimes challenging, can bestow upon you a remarkable flexibility and adaptability that others might deeply envy. Yet, it can also bring with it a persistent feeling of never being truly ready or settled. And herein lies the core challenge for those marked by 0. You often feel as though you're perpetually starting over. You build something up only to see it dismantled, prompting you to begin anew. You get incredibly excited about a new prospect, then perhaps face frustration, compelling you to try again from a different angle. This relentless cycle can, at times, be utterly exhausting. giving you the impression that you're always chasing a horizon that never quite arrives. But the profound truth is, you're not lagging behind. You are simply living at the unique rhythm of your soul, and your soul in this lifetime came to master the art of trusting the flow, even when the path ahead is shrouded in mist and you don't understand where it's leading. This potent zero energy also gifts you with a rare and precious ability, the capacity to find profound peace even in the midst of utter chaos. You possess an innate gift for seeing a way out when everyone else feels trapped, for transforming ruins into the foundations of new beginnings, and for unearthing incredible strength even when everything around you seems lost and hopeless. The people in your life often don't even realize the sheer number of times you've had to completely rebuild yourself from the ground up. But the very fact that you're here now engaging with this wisdom is yet another testament to your resilience. You have survived every single time you thought you wouldn't. The most exquisitely beautiful aspect of the number 0 is that it doesn't impose a rigid path. Instead, it gently invites exploration. It unfurls a panorama of possibilities, revealing countless paths and opening numerous doors. You often feel like you possess the potential to be anything, that you are a masterpiece still under construction, and that something truly magnificent is waiting for you, even if you can't yet articulate exactly what that something is. And that intuitive feeling is absolutely true because 0 is the number of infinite potential. Everything, including your most audacious and seemingly unlikely dreams, is born from its fertile void. However, to fully live into this expansive potential, you need to cultivate unwavering trust in the process of endings, and even more crucially, trust in the promise of new beginnings. And yes, there will be moments when you feel utterly lost. You'll question if you're on the right path. You'll look around and see others with seemingly defined plans and clear trajectories while you're still in the process of rediscovering yourself. But understand this. That is not a sign of weakness. It is a testament to immense courage. It is the courage to remain true to the authentic essence of who you are, even when the world around you pressures you to conform and fit into a predetermined mold. Your path is inherently different, and the more you embrace that uniqueness, the more gracefully life will begin to align with your soul's true essence. So, if you were born bearing this remarkable 0 mark, remember always, 0 isn't emptiness, it is space, it is freedom, it is boundless possibility. You didn't come to this life to merely repeat tired formulas. You came to bravely open new doors, to teach others by your very example that the end of a cycle is not the end of life, but rather the profound and beautiful start of a brand new, more evolved version of yourself. If the final digit of your birth year is the number 1, you are infused with the dynamic and pioneering energy of leadership, initiative, and potent creation. The number 1 symbolizes the very first step, the courageous act that breaks through inertia, the pioneering spirit that forges ahead, even when the path is obscured by uncertainty. Individuals graced with this numerical mark often possess an inner strength that can be difficult to explain, a resilient core that seems to have been present from their earliest years. From a young age, you may have instinctively felt that you needed to make crucial decisions on your own, sensing that no one else would or perhaps could do it for you. And somehow, through innate drive and determination, you always managed, because that is the very essence of your being, to carve out a path where none existed before. Those who carry the energy of the number 1 are frequently restless and visionary souls. They possess the remarkable ability to see possibilities where others see only obstacles, and they often feel an unexplainable urgency thrumming in their chests, a deep-seated knowing that they need to accomplish something significant, to leave an indelible mark on the world, to achieve something that extends far beyond the ordinary. However, with this inherent strength and drive comes a significant burden. Leading often means navigating uncharted territory, walking without a map, and this can lead to feelings of profound loneliness, of being misunderstood, or even rejected by those who cannot grasp your rapid pace or your expansive vision. Perhaps you've been labeled as bossy, too controlling, or fiercely independent. But behind these often misunderstood labels lies a soul that simply yearns to move forward, a spirit that cannot abide stagnation, a being that was born to shatter limitations and push boundaries. Yet this powerful energy, if not consciously balanced and channeled, can morph into relentless self-demandingness, crippling perfectionism, unyielding rigidity, and even deep isolation. People strongly influenced by the number one must learn the vital arts of trust, delegation, and sharing. True leadership, after all, isn't about accomplishing everything single-handedly. It's about inspiring and empowering others to join you on the journey, to contribute their unique talents to a shared vision. The wonderfully good news is that this innate energy of initiative provides you with a rare and powerful advantage. You don't passively wait for life to happen to you, you actively make it happen. While others are still lost in dreams, you are already taking decisive action. While others are meticulously planning, you are already experimenting and trying. And even when you encounter failure, you possess the remarkable ability to get back on your feet swiftly, to learn on the go, and to transmute setbacks into invaluable experience. That resilience is pure gold. It's precisely what enables you to grow at an accelerated pace, even if, at times, it paradoxically feels like you're falling behind. But here lies an important word of caution. Be mindful not to transform your admirable independence into an impenetrable suit of armor. You don't need to constantly prove your worth to anyone, least of all yourself. You don't need to be right all the time, nor do you need to win every single battle. Sometimes true power, the most profound strength, is found in the humility of listening, in the courage to ask for help, and in the bravery of showing your vulnerability. You'll notice that when you allow yourself to lower your guard, your connections with others become truer, more authentic, and new paths begin to open with surprising ease. Another exquisitely beautiful aspect of this number one energy is the inherent courage it carries. You're not afraid to start from scratch, to change everything if necessary, or to go against the prevailing tide. This can certainly be daunting for those who are accustomed to the comfort of the familiar, but it's precisely this fearless quality that makes you an inspiring example, a beacon of light in a world often shrouded in sameness. Use this gift wisely, for the world desperately needs individuals who are unafraid to initiate, to innovate, and to lead the way. So, if the number one is your distinct mark, embrace your destined role. You came to this life to be a guiding beacon, not merely a passive mirror, to lead, not simply to follow, but always remember, even the most formidable leader needs moments of rest, requires nurturing care, and deserves a safe space where they can simply be themselves, unburdened by expectation. And when you discover that delicate, essential balance between striving and stillness, absolutely nothing in this world can stand in your way. Now that you've journeyed through the meanings of these potent numbers, perhaps a cascade of aha moments has illuminated your mind. Situations you've lived through, which once seemed perplexing or random, might now click into place with newfound clarity. Cycles that repeated with frustrating persistence, or decisions that appeared irrational at the time, may now make perfect resonant sense. Because the undeniable truth is, this number, your spiritual signature, has always been there. A silent, constant companion, subtly guiding the intricate tapestry of your journey. It's not a rigid sentence, condemning you to a fixed fate, but rather a luminous clue, or a precious key, a profound reflection of what your soul, in its infinite wisdom, chose to experience and learn in this current existence. You may not consciously remember making this choice, but a deep ancient part of you selected this path. It chose to be born in the specific year you were, to carry the precise number you do, because this energy represents an absolutely essential lesson, a core piece of your soul's curriculum. To deny or ignore that would be akin to refusing a precious gift, discarding a detailed map, or turning away from a vital reminder of the very reason you are here. When you begin to consciously recognize and acknowledge this inherent vibration within you, everything starts to shift. You might find yourself releasing the heavy burden of self-blame, quieting the relentless voice of comparison, and embracing yourself with a newfound lightness, a deeper clarity, and a more profound compassion. So many people spend their entire lives caught in the frustrating loop of asking, "Why me? Why does this always happen to me?" And sometimes the most direct and enlightening answer is waiting right there, encoded in the last digit of their birth year. This number unveils the specific kind of energy that accompanies you through life, the particular challenges you are uniquely equipped to face, and the inherent gifts you carry within your very being. And when you truly understand this, you begin to navigate your life with greater awareness, making choices with more profound wisdom, and living with a deeper, more authentic sense of purpose. This doesn't magically mean that every day will be effortless, or that now, armed with this knowledge, life will suddenly transform into an uninterrupted bed of roses. No, life will continue to be a dynamic interplay of choices, of attempts, of missteps, and of triumphs. But with this sacred knowledge as your compass, you walk your path more consciously, more awake, more deeply connected to your authentic essence. And that in itself is the real transformative power, living in true alignment with who you truly are. Because when you ignore this fundamental energy, everything can feel stalled, stagnant. You might feel disconnected, lost, as if you're constantly swimming against an invisible, powerful current. But when you courageously embrace this vibration, when you consciously work with it, everything begins to flow. Answers arrive, doors swing open, and even challenges take on a new, empowering meaning. They cease to be perceived as punishments and instead become potent invitations to grow, to evolve, to become more of who you were always meant to be. Think about it for a moment. How many times have you felt like you were replaying the same old story over and over again? That certain patterns stubbornly repeated themselves in your relationships, your career, or your personal life. That specific emotions would wash over you like unexpected waves, seemingly out of nowhere. None of that is random. Those are signs, profound signals from the universe and from your own soul. They are indications that there's a crucial lesson embedded within those experiences, a cycle that needs to be lovingly closed. A deep calling from your soul urging you to remember who you truly are and to courageously live the life you genuinely came here to live. So now, with this precious awareness in your hands, what are you going to do with it? Will you allow it to fade into the background, continuing to live on autopilot? Or will you harness this profound knowledge to consciously transform your life, your relationships, and the choices you make every single day? The decision, as always, rests beautifully and powerfully with you. But know this newfound awareness, once awakened, will never truly go away. Because once the soul truly awakens, it doesn't simply go back to sleep. Now that you've journeyed this far, tell me, how many profound insights clicked into place for you? How many times during this exploration did you find yourself pausing, a memory surfacing, and a quiet thought echoing in your mind? Ah, that's why. So that's how it works. When we dare to connect with wisdom that transcends the purely logical, something deep within us awakens. And that awakening, once experienced, is wonderfully irreversible. The truth is, the last digit of your birth year isn't just a trivial detail on a form. It's a resonant reminder, an energetic code that has been intricately woven into the fabric of your being since the moment you arrived in this world. It speaks volumes about who you are at your core, what essential lessons your soul came here to master, and what you are now in this very moment, ready to transform within yourself and in your life. And when you begin to consciously honor this inherent vibration, life itself begins to respond in new and often miraculous ways. So, if this exploration has touched you, if it has sparked a flicker of recognition or a wave of understanding within your heart, please consider leaving a like. It's a simple gesture, but it signals to the wider world that this kind of content matters, and it helps more searching souls find these empowering messages. Subscribe to the channel to continue receiving insights that nourish your spirit and expand your consciousness. And please, do both me and yourself a wonderful favor. Comment below and share where you're watching from. I genuinely want to know how far this spiritual message has traveled. I want to witness the reach of this transformative energy as it spreads across the globe. And always, always remember, your journey is not a random series of events. The numbers that accompany you, these spiritual signatures, are not mere coincidences. They are integral parts of your soul's unique map, guiding you towards your highest potential. And now that you've begun to decode this sacred map, the path ahead, while still your own to walk, will never, ever be the same. Embrace it.